Hello, I'm back with another book review. I'm sure many of you know of this book. Probably many of you read it, the adults out there. And some of you have seen the movie, rated R, great movie. Into the Wild. I was actually reading this book for school, so I've read it several times before. And it's a great book. It's a national bestseller. It's by Jon Krakauer. Jon Krakauer. It's right there if you guys know what it is. If you do, comment below and tell me. Actually, you can't really. Well, if you guys know the dictionary well, you can try to tell me the syllables with special letter thingies. Well, it's a very good book. I'd say it's not very long. It's like 200 pages. But the reason it's harder to read is because it's a non-fiction book. Fiction books are fun. They're very good. I love fiction books. And I guess like my last book I did, Field Guide of to Nature of New England. That's a non-fiction. I should probably start doing fiction. But getting back to the point, this is a book about a kid named Chris McCandless. He wasn't that old. He was probably 20 years old. And he had a very good education. He had a very good education. He was a good athlete, and his family was fairly wealthy. And he didn't like his lifestyle at all. He didn't like where it was going. So you know what he did? He drove out. Mudslide got his cool car, this yellow. And so after that mudslide took out his car, he took all the money out of his wallet, burned it on the ground, just walked into the wild. He just started. He was a hitchhike. He literally had a huge life going on. Very good life that many would consider the perfect. He threw it all away just so he could go out in the wild. And he was having some problems with his dad. His family wasn't going in a very good direction. But But his family wasn't going in a very good direction, and so he just left everything behind, took some necessities, 10 pounds of rice, as you'll read, happens a lot, we're 25, buried the stuff that he wanted to keep in the ground, if he ever went back to it someday, and I'm going to break to the news to you now, because it's not really a big ending or anything, and many of you probably already know, Chris McCandless is dead. He died, I don't want to tell you that actually, he died in the Magic Bus, from back in the 60s or something like that. There was a company that always went out there, so they put buses around so the workers could live in there. There were some bunks in the back, but now that's the only one left. And he actually went, after his long journey around the United States, he went up to Alaska, and he died on that bus. But he was a very good kid. He knew a lot of quotes and stuff. There's one at the beginning of each chapter, actually. Let me give you a good example. Why is there no... Oh, okay. See this? He always does quotes that usually have to do with the chapter. It's pretty cool. But I learned a lot of things from that. But this book is not only about survival, but it's also about... It's very emotional book. It's about, friendship, kind of, and it's also a lot of psychology going on here. Think of what this kid must be thinking up in Alaska all by himself. It's pretty serious. But I'll read you some stuff on the back. Terrifying, eloquent, a heart-rendering drama of human yearning. The New York Times. A narrative of a rusting forest. Anyone who ever fancied wandering off to face nature on its own harsh terms should give a look. It's gripping stuff. Washington Post. Compelling and tragic, hard to put down. San Francisco Chronicle. What else do we have? Haunting. Few outdoor writers of the day can match Krakauer for bringing outside adventure to life on pages. Portland Oregonian. Revetting a tragic story, well told, absorbing. Seattle Times. So a lot of great reviews on this book, and it's nationally known. It's many people have read it. So I highly suggest this book. It's really good, and it's not too hard, I guess. But thank you for watching.